Incidentally, I know how you feel about all this Christmas business. Getting depressed and all that. It happens to me every year. I never get what I really want. I always get a lot of stupid toys or a bicycle or clothes or something like that. What is it you want? Real estate.
Presents and I'd be glad. But the last time I played Father Christmas, I stood outside a department store. A gang of kids came over and mugged me and knocked my reindeer to the floor. He said, Father Christmas, give us some money. Don't mess around with those silly toys. We'll beat you up if you don't hand it over. We want your bread, so don't make us annoyed. Give all the toys to the little rich boy.
Welcome, holiday shoppers, to Geek Salad episode 172, the Wishbook of Shattered Dreams. I'm Andy.
I'm Mike.
I'm Joe.
I'm Catherine.
And Merry Christmas, everybody. This is our 11th Christmas special. Some have been better than others. And this year, we have... It's come to this. We're discussing catalogs.
But these catalogs were such an integral part of our childhood.
Exactly, which is why I don't think, and with maybe the exception of Mike, because when everybody walked in the house tonight, before we started recording, it's like, what do you got? Oh, I've got the 1983 Sears catalog. Catherine, what do you got? Oh, I've got the 1983 Sears catalog. Mike, how about you? How far up are you going?
85, 88, 91, 86.
Oh, yeah, Mike's a child of the 90s.
Well, 80s and 90s.
80s and 90s, yes. I started with the the mid-70s.
I was just scanning around trying to find anything that looked familiar because we didn't get this in my house.
Yeah.
We didn't do this. We got
we did.
We got the Radio Shack flyer and that was about it.
Ooh.
Oh, my mom got the whole gamut. She got the Finger Hut, she got the Montgomery Ward, she got the Spiegel.
Oh God.
Oh God, yeah.
Sears. Yeah. We never got the Sears one in my house. My grandmother though got it. And so that was like the high point of my childhood was going to my grandmother's house and just like losing myself for hours.
Yes.
Hours in front of that stupid catalog.
Before you break out the pen and start circling all your
Before you
lines.
say, and my grandmother like, just take it with you. Just take it with you.
Seriously, going through these things, I didn't remember them having this many pages.
Right. Now, I want to point out something.
Which is funny because if you ever went to the Sears stores, the toy department really wasn't that big.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember where it was.
Sears. So I know that Sears started out as kind of like the Sears and Roebuck Company was a catalog company, and if you're all the way out in uninhabited, not yet a state highway, you could still get your stuff delivered through the Wells Fargo wagon by going through the Sears and Roebuck catalog, which was also handy because it was made out of paper, which you would leave in your outhouse.
Oh yeah.
Well, I don't need any more lumber. I gotta poop.
So I was going to say, you have your reading material and your toilet paper.
Exactly. There you go. And I'm just gonna take these fancy linens.
Rip.
But yeah, you're right. I have never been to a Sears that has had this much shit.
Yeah.
And their toy department has always sucked. So why is it that the Bastion...
Half empty, toys scattered all over the place.
Why is it then that the Bastion of my childhood was like... Was it all a dream? Was it a fantasy? Was it this wonderful fantasy world where smiling white children in shitty turtlenecks would get together and play with these toys that I could never own?
Who look like they're all from Utah?
Yeah, pretty much, yeah. What, was there anything in particular that you remember, like, pointing out in the catalog and then being horrifically disappointed by what came on Christmas morning?
Again, we didn't really do the catalog thing, but there was the poking at the boxes And, there was one box that I thought was like a mini computer from the shape of it, and I practiced typing on the box. Because it was like, it was like big, and then it had a little stand down, and then another shelf.
Yep.
So I was convinced that it was like, some kind of mini computer or a typewriter or something. And it was a Barbie.
No. Typing is hard.
When I was a kid, I wanted one of those mini cabinets of Pac-Man.
Yeah!
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
The mini, it was like about that big, and stuff like that.
Oh, it was never that big, Joe.
I saw it in one of the
My
catalogs.
imagination.
Yeah, I have it in my thing.
Yeah, when you're a 6-year-old kid,
It looks that big, and also,
and it looked that big. They made it look that big in the catalog. And
they've got midget
Mom,
children.
I want that, Mom.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that did not happen.
Okay. Mike?
Not that I can remember.
Okay. Now, here's the interesting thing. This is not a toy that I wanted. In the Sears catalog, I was not a big sports fan, but I enjoyed, pretending that I was. And they had, this spread of all the NFL helmets. And so I'm like,
I remember that.
So, keep in mind, too, we're from New England, and in the early 80s, the Patriots were shit.
Yeah.
They were, 14-2 shit. Or no, 2-14 shit. Yeah, see, that's how much I knew back then.
Mid-80s and mid-90s, actually.
Pretty much, yeah. Well, they made a Super Bowl in 96. Which Chicago fans will never let you forget. Anyway, I saw
Super Bowl Shuffle.
I saw this helmet in the Sears catalog. It was the Cincinnati Bengals. That thing looked fucking boss. Orange with the tiger stripes on there. That just thing looked badass.
Oh, God.
I asked for it. Much to my chagrin, I did get football apparel on Christmas morning. My parents got me
Footy pajamas?
Houston Oiler fleece 2-piece pajamas.
Isn't this what you wanted, Andy?
No, not at all, Mom. Not at all. I no longer believe in Santa. Fuck all of you.
Because the Houston Oilers are a team.
They were a team. They were a team. Then they moved to Tennessee, where there is no oil.
And they became the Tennessee Titans.
Now called the Tennessee Thumbtacks.
Yep.
The Flaming Thumbtacks.
Flaming thumbtacks.
Yes, look at their logo and you'll see. So we did get some Facebook feedback. We put it out. We actually, all of our stuff is called from wishbookweb.com. Yeah. So if you want to explore the vast wonders, yes.
Before we dive into it, when I went to the link, the first thing on there, the first splash page is it's back. The Sears Robot Catalog,
2017. Yeah. Now, considering
where Sears is now.
Right, exactly. Where Sears is essentially the department store version of a guy wearing a barrel.
Well, Sears is going out of business, getting rid of everything.
Right, exactly. Land's End just left Sears.
Yeah, and also, Sears hasn't been Sears for a very long time. No. They got bought by Kmart, which renamed itself Sears Holdings.
Right. And essentially, isn't this one of these things where, isn't this like one of those venture capitalist type of deals, Toys R Us, where...
Yeah, it was a hedge fund, it over-leveraged, and so,
fuck all you guys. Merry Christmas, 20,000 of you are out jobs. Enjoy!
Yeah, after it got bought, they sold their Craftsman tool brand and the Kenmore, basically the money makers for Sears.
Yes, exactly. So, again, America!
Fuck yeah!
So anyway, we did take this to Facebook. We got a couple here. Chris wrote, Celebrity Dolls from 1977 Sears Wishbook. You could have Sonny and Cher and Captain and Tennille. Wow! What a deal! He actually put the link up here. And you know what? For the show, I didn't open it up yet. I want to see what this looks like. Holy shit! Oh my god, look at these things. Okay, so...
Which one? 1970?
This is 1977. This is the J.C. Penney catalog. So there is the Captain and Tennille. My God, the Captain looks more like a stuffed shirt than he ever did on that. And I still to this day say he had the most awesome not stage name, Daryl Dragon.
And how could he not? Why would you choose Captain over Daryl
Daryl Dragon and Tennille just sounds so much better.
Sounds so much more badass.
I don't buy the chest on Cher in this one because, as far as I'm aware, I think she was still flat as a board at that point. Before she was more machine than man.
I had that Wonder Woman doll.
You did?
I did.
Is that that's a Barbie? That's not Amigo, right?
I don't think it's anything.
Yeah. They made Diana Ross. There's Dolly Parton, probably again out of proportion. Farrah Fawcett. Oh man, what kid wouldn't want to play with Sonny Bono?
I know, right?
Look at that. The high turtleneck. The free candy van mustache. The bangs.
77, so I would have been like 4 years old. Oh yeah, no, that's something I really would want to play with.
Yep. Oh man, there is just so much. I mean, I'm just flipping through this right now. Oh, the Barbies. Oh, there's so many Barbies. There's also the Donnie and Marie dolls.
Yep.
The Marie head. And then the plethora of kitchen sets. There is actually the So Perfect, where you could teach kids manual labor. Daddy, I think the house is burning down. Get those shirts done.
Yeah, I absolutely had that Wonder Woman doll, and it was, the bustier and everything is painted on. Only her underwear came off, and then she might have come with Diana Prince outfits. I can't remember.
Oh, that was probably sold separately.
Yeah, so I only had, but I had the Wonder Woman.
No,
that's not that. Yeah,
holy shit! That Cher doll is scary looking.
Yep. I still think Sunny. I still hold that Sunny is probably more terrifying. All right, so I'm flipping through this as well because fortunately this link just brings me through everything. There's a lot of black and white pages in the JCPenney catalog, whereas the Sears catalog is like 100% color.
No, the 83 eventually goes to black and white.
Oh, it does?
Well, the middle pages were always kind of like the indexes and...
Well, I was scrolling through, the 83, and you get... once you get past all the flashy toys and the clothing, and you get into the
layaway
telescopes and microscopes. They're you don't care about color here. We're not going to spend the money.
When you get to the layaway section, you can't afford this.
Yeah, exactly. All right, and then Jonna brings up 1977 shows my Barbie townhouse that Santa scooped up about 2 Christmases later and regifted to one of my dad's co-workers' daughters.
Oh my God!
Because Santa that year left me the big dream house under the tree as an upgrade.
Oh yeah, that's right.
I also had the food and box goods, though not the precise play kitchen shown, though mine was also up to the minute Harvest Gold, just like Mom's. I also had the Holly Hobby oven, a vintage-looking type that worked with the Easy Bake. Fun fact, light bulb baked pastries are rarely edible. Here's a 70-watt light bulb. Cook your head off.
You can't do that either.
I'm trying to remember, is Holly Hobby the one that was her pictures were always just profile with the bonnet over her head, you never saw her face?
I don't know.
So she could have looked like Smeagol under that thing for all we know.
Give me back my precious.
And then she also writes, I'm kind of floored by how many pages actually were dedicated to toys. The 1952 catalog shows my mom's dollhouse as a kid, the one which came fully furnished, and then her dog ate the furnishings almost immediately. Damn 50s dogs.
Well, to be fair, they were probably made out of dog food at that point.
Probably,
yeah.
Yes, exactly. Oh, everything's just made out of onion meal. Yeah. So, just like the first Malibu Stacy doll. So what do you guys have for some of the items that you've picked out of the catalog?
Oh, man. Well, like I said, I'm looking at the 1983 catalog.
Yep.
Because
why not?
Because why not? Well, what movie came out in 1983?
Return of the Jedi.
That's right.
Now, you know what the sick thing is? Wishbook.web does not have the 82, at least the full 82 catalog, nor do they have the 81 catalog.
Right.
Which kind of sucks, because there were some really cool Empire Strikes Back toys that I wanted to talk about. But I can't.
But, looking at the 83 catalog take me back, because I'm looking at all the Star Wars toys that I circled.
Yeah.
And I got pretty much all of them.
Oh, really?
Nice. My mom really spoiled me that year.
Now, is that the one with the Ewok Village?
It's Ewok Village. I must save my friends.
The net's set. I'll get them.
Dear me, what a close call.
It's C-3PO, Lou Lowbray, and Ewok Village playset. Action figures, each sold separately. You have to put it together.
I'm Lowbray, the Ewok medicine man.
Take me to your leader.
Your throne, O Golden King, will celebrate with special stew, a barbecue.
No celebration for me until my friends are free. Very well, Your Majesty.
Ewok Village playset from Star Wars Return of the Jedi collection. Action figures sold separately. New from Kenner.
Yes.
Yes, oh god, the Ewok Village.
I had that.
My brother got the Ewok Village.
I fucking begged for the Ewok Village. Wow! Wow, what a letdown that is. It's 3 trees.
Yeah.
I was jealous as anything. That year, when my brother got the Ewok Village from my father and stepmother, I got Michael Jackson Off the Wall and Cyndi Lauper, She's So Unusual.
And he got the Ewok Village.
Yes. Now, I did end up liking She's So Unusual, but...
At the time,
At the time, I would have rather been able to roast humans over an open fire.
Right.
Except for one of the original New Hope Han Solo figure, because he had that bent arm. Wouldn't fit in there.
Yeah, I'm looking at like all the figures that the action figures, and I'm just filled with bitterness because my mom threw them all away.
Oh, okay. Most of the Return of the Jedi figures, though, and Retro Blasting brought this up, they're kind of garbage figures.
Yeah.
I mean, other than like the stalwarts, there are Imperial dignitaries, and there's
the
just
Imperial Guard is pretty good.
Yeah, the Imperial Guard is kind of cool. I mean, that one had moving legs as opposed to the one
and it
that Power of the Force came up with.
He also had a fabric cape too.
Right. He was the first one I got from Return of the Jedi. But I mean, you've got like General Maydean with his stick, and all of the characters from Jabba the Hutt's palace with their sticks. There were very few guns in that collection. Retro Blasting did a whole thing on, the guns versus the sticks. And the majority of the stuff in Return of the Jedi has sticks.
Yep.
Which is funny, because if you go into the next page of the catalog, you have the laser pistol for $9.99.
Yeah.
Which is basically the Stormtrooper rifle.
Yeah.
And then... I'm sorry, for $17.99, and then for $9.99 you have the Han Solo's DL-44.
Ooh, nice. Yeah, I actually have a bunch of stuff from the '83 catalog. I'm going to start off with this one. Digital audio is awesome. This is a CD player. All right, component to your stereo. Do you remember when you had to do this?
Yep.
I'm sure. Yeah. Your mom definitely had a stereo. Your mom had a stereo.
Yeah.
So did we. $589.99 for a... What is it? I didn't think they actually give a name here. It just says laser on it. I don't even think this is like a Sony's laser CD player. So this was 1983, which means that there were probably about... Like the 3 CDs they have on the top of that set were probably the only 3Ds that existed at that time. I love it too because I'm looking at this picture and it's look at the very carefully manicured nails.
Yep.
And if you'll note, she's putting it in upside down.
Well, because you have to show the shiny side.
I don't know how technology works. I bought this CD player at Sears.
Not even the photographer.
Right.
No, they had to show the shiny side because that's the high-tech and cool-looking one.
Right.
The paper label, who cares?
So there's another one here. The VHS VCR has a one-day, one-program capability with up to 8 hours of recording, plus pause, still, remote control, which is, by the way, wired into the thing.
Yeah. That was
$1983, $439.99.
Yowza.
Anybody have a conversion calculator to tell me how much that would be now?
You probably don't want to know.
$439.99. So $440 in $1983. What is that worth today?
So while we looked that up, I was going to tell a story about one of the first toys I saw, the Huggable Glowworm.
Oh my god.
I remember that one.
I never got the appeal of the glowworm. I was also an 11-year-old boy, so...
My husband had one when he was a kid.
Oh my god, that explains so much!
And he explained how there was one time where it was like a hurricane, they lost power in the house, and that was the only flashlight they had. Was his Huggable Glowworm.
My older brother
Just keep hugging, Joseph! Just keep hugging!
Yeah, my older brother and sister both had one.
Oh, man.
I never did.
Well...
I didn't get one either. I think all I had was like one of the, like a tiny little 4-inch plastic glowing worm that, you hold it under a light and then you put it in the dark and it glowed. Oh. Which I think it was in Toy Story 3 though, so I was like, I know that guy.
Yeah. It is.
Yeah.
In 1983, $439.99 is $1,108.85 in 2018 dollars.
That is fucking insane. Can you imagine?
No wonder. Whenever I went to somebody's house who had a VHS recorder, I'm like, "Oh my god, these people are rich!"
Yeah, that is insane. Can you imagine dropping $1,000 on pretty much anything now? No, you can't.
But it tells you the speed of technology, because I remember we got a VHS recorder like in 1986, 87.
Yeah,
it was for about $150.
Yeah. I think I might have gotten mine for like $200 back when every electronic we owned was from Fisher.
But it still looked like that though. Ours still, and it was the top loading too.
Yep, top loading. Did you have the remote that was just connected to the thing?
We never even bothered because it's wired to it, and the wire is so short. You might as well just get up and press the button.
Right. Yeah, and then they've got their marvelous minis. There's a lot of there's a lot of stereo equipment in this section here. Good Lord. Boom boxes. It was 1983, so I'll applaud them for using the having the restraint of not calling them the N-word,
the ghetto blasters,
or the N-word boxes. It was 1983, so
wow.
Okay.
Going through the electronics, they got the phones. First the cord went, now the size goes too.
Oh Jesus!
The first cordless phones. $199.99.
Okay. All right. So $199. Let's just. So that's about a $400 phone.
What was the size of it?
Oh, you want to know how much $199?
Yes. Joe's got the app on his phone now, so we're going to be calculating. If you love conversion rates, join Geek Salad.
$502.
Oh God! For a cordless phone.
For a cordless phone.
Oh my God!
And it was one of those.
It's not even AT&T. It's American Bell.
Of course.
Oh my God, that's hilarious! I've got to apologize for my mom now for complaining about all the things she never bought us. Because I had no idea how expensive things were back then.
I remember my mom. We were watch commercials, and we were like, "Mom, if you order now, you can get several $100s off." And Mom's like, "If they're giving you hundreds of dollars off, we can't afford it anyway."
Ah.
GTE. Jesus Christ, talking about old.
Oh, yeah. So, another one.
Oh, get this.
Yeah.
Under the heading smartphones, which is not quite the smartphones that we know of.
Exactly. Not the thing that you're using to look up all this fun information.
with built-in voice answering machine and everything. Mm-hmm. It's corded, though. $349.99.
For corded? Fuck that.
In 1983 dollars, which is $881.
Jesus Christ!
Why not? Sure.
Goddamn Reagan's America.
I have so many apologies I have to throw out to my parents for bitching and moaning about all the shit we didn't get.
Holy, hold on.
No, next.
Oh no. Yes, Joe.
The new Atari 800 XL with 64K memory offers more power at a lower price than any other computer we've ever sold.
64K.
At $249.99, which roughly translates to $628.
That is the price of a
and it's just a keyboard
cell phone.
It's a keyboard.
Oh shit! It's the one you plugged into the TV, right?
Yeah.
Oh, I have so many. I'm with you, Andy, because my grandparents got me one of these.
Oh my God! I didn't realize.
You know what? I'm gonna go to my grandparents' graves and say, you know what, Grammy and Grampy, I am so sorry. I was a brat when I was a kid.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
How much? What was that? The RAM? Or was that
64K memory?
Oh my God! All right, I just want to take So most of us have 64 gigabyte phones.
Except, I think I went. Did I go with the bigger one?
You may have gone with 128.
I think I did.
I believe you did. Anyway, let's just put it this way: that the memory in that is, God, 1,000 times less.
Oh, our phones have more computer power than the Apollo mission.
Yes. That's hilarious. Sticking with this catalog, by the way, so I know Mike's raring to go with this. I think we gotta get through 83 first.
Yeah,
because there's so much
too many toys to talk about that I had.
Did you have this one though? in the Spark a Child's Creativity section, the rock tumbler.
I did. It makes for shiny rocks.
Yes, it does. It was a machine you had to plug in, and it made shiny rocks.
It made shiny, smooth rocks.
I always wanted one, and I bought one at Christmas tree shops, many moons ago.
And it worked.
And I never opened it.
And it worked great until I decided to put a piece of asphalt into it.
Oh yeah, idiot.
So
I was 10.
You could say it was rock and roll.
Boo!
Come on.
No, that was bad. No, I'm not giving you any. There's no
credit for that one.
You're not coming back from that one, Mike. I'm sorry. I think 1983 was around the year also that I got this thing. I don't see it in the catalog, but it was this thing. It was like you got like these little wax pods, and you put them in this thing, and it would melt the wax, and then you have these car molds, and you can make like little wax cars. Yes, like a sack full of like wheeled axles.
Yep.
Is that like the Creepo people?
No, it's like make your own Hot Wheel type of thing.
Yeah, kind of. And you would just break up the cars and you pour them back in. But by that point, the axles were all bent up and shit. You couldn't use them anymore. I was a dumb kid.
Oh, get this.
Yes.
Sears Stereo Video Disc Player is a box office in a box, and we start you off with a double feature.
$2.99.
$299. Is that for a Laserdisc player?
I think so.
Can't possibly be a Laserdisc player.
Still at the bottom.
What the hell is this? Okay. Oh my god, I can't read. Oh, a second. That is not a Laserdisc. That looks like something like... Yeah, it's definitely not a Laserdisc, because that would have been like... I think Pioneer was the only one at that time making Laserdisc players.
But it cost $755 in modern day dollars.
Right. Okay, but even still, $299, considering how much that VCR was...
Right, yeah.
Yeah, no fucking way a Laserdisc player is going to cost that. Especially because Pioneer had Ray Charles doing their ads at that point. So...
Here's the ColecoVision my dad got.
Oh! I have that on this list here.
And that was $199.99, now $159.99.
If you own ColecoVision, you already own a powerful state-of-the-art computer that gives you the arcade experience with the newest arcade games like Donkey Kong Jr., Looping, Pepper 2, Time Pilot, Mr. Do, Space Fury, Frontline, arcade controls like Turbo, the Roller Controller, and new Super Action Sports. And soon you'll plug in Atom, the revolutionary ColecoVision family computer module with new Super Games, keyboard, and printer. ColecoVision, the only system you'll ever need.
I love that all we're doing right now is just price comparison shopping at this point.
Well, that's what we did, though. And really, honestly, though, that's what we did, because you're like, okay, is it if it goes lower, does it increase the chances that I'm going to get it?
Yeah.
And then my dad also eventually got the Atari 2600 compatibility module.
Ah. Yeah, that was a weird thing.
Hey, get this.
That was great.
Guess how much?
My brother's friends got Nintendos. We got a big grocery bag full of Atari 2600 games.
Guess how much a 19-inch TV went for?
How much?
With a remote, that'll let you get 140 channels.
How much?
$639.
In $1983?
$1983.
Fuck off. Just fuck the right off. That is hilarious.
I'm
$1,614.
For a 19-inch TV.
You know what? I'm never going to complain about inflation because I can get a 60-inch 4K.
My tablet is pretty much the same size as that.
Yeah. The now here's something about
just to prove I'm not shitting you.
Okay.
Actually, go back.
No, I believe
to
you.
that disc player. I want to.
Now there's the Now the interesting thing with these games are this is one of the highlights of the later catalogs. Were just these screenshots of these games that I would just sit, watch, and dream. And yeah, there's no way the graphics on the 2600 look this good on any of these things.
Oh God, no.
Jesus Christ. I mean, and these are the new games, our newest ones, like Kangaroo, Q*bert, Donkey Kong, which they still never get Donkey Kong right on that one.
Yeah, here's all the games we had. We had Venture and the Smurfs.
Oh, I had the Smurfs.
That's the Coleco game. Yeah, it was a Coleco classic.
What's this Space Panic? That's bullshit. That is Apple Panic.
So the Coleco Gemini is not the ColecoVision? Wait. I'm confused, because my dad had the Gemini, which only played Atari 2600 cartridges.
Right.
Oh, you know when it came with Donkey Kong. It was boxed in with... Okay. So this is the one my dad got, which I think they're saying is $59.99? That is insanely good.
Wow.
What are you looking at?
The Atari Gemini. It's page 597 of the 1983 catalog.
Actually, I was just looking at the disc player that he pulled up. I just looked above it. For $1,700, basically, a 50-inch projection TV.
Yeah, the one with the cabinet right in front of it. It's just...
Yeah. It basically, there's a projector in it that projects into a mirror that bounces up to the screen.
Because the cabinet takes up like half the... Because I remember those. Like the cabinet itself took like half the viewing screen.
Oh, okay, here's one we brought up several times on several Christmas episodes. The Magnavox Odyssey 2.
Oh, God.
Jim had this one.
You did not.
Growing up, this is what we had to play with because... Jim's dad, I think, won one of these. So we never played Atari 2600 games. We played Odyssey 2 games, like Casey Munchkin, which isn't Pac-Man. And a whole bunch of other games, which weren't what you think they are.
Might as well just call it not Pac-Man.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, they had to be a little, subtle about it.
Quest for the Rings, which was like their most in-depth game. It came in like this huge collector's box.
Quest for the Rings.
And all the figures were just stick figures.
Okay.
Yep. So this one here, the console cut $100, bring it down to $49.99, $1983. The voice module cut $30 down to $49.99. So for essentially $100, $83, you could get the whole console. No games, but the console. There's also the Vectrex. If you like a lot of lines on your video games.
Sure.
The Intellivision, which there's a lot of peripherals I never knew existed with this. Like the keyboard. And I'm not talking like a computer keyboard. I'm talking like an actual piano keyboard. The typewriter. The computer adapter. So what does this do? This... Oh, damn it. On the wrong page. Damn you, Flash. Add-on intelligence. 2K of RAM. Expandable to 16K of RAM.
Whoa.
Enhances graphic manipulation, sound capabilities, plus the basic computer language built right in.
So 101001.
Yes.
Nice.
That's not basic.
No. And then the Atari 5200, which at this point I'm shocked they just weren't giving away. Because the Atari 5200 sucked. And there's a ColecoVision right there. God, that thing... I'll say one thing about the ColecoVision. They did Donkey Kong right. It actually looked like the real video game.
Of course, then they also did the Smurfs.
No, the Smurfs actually... My wife has fond memories playing the Smurfs.
Were Walkmans around in the early 80s?
Yeah, they were.
Because I'm looking at them right now.
Yeah, and how much were they?
$39.99, which is about $100.
All right, that's not bad.
No.
Is that with a cassette deck or just the radio?
That's just the cassette deck and radio.
Oh, that's not too bad, actually. That's insane. Catherine, anything else in 1983? What else did Catherine own?
I had My Little Ponies, and also in the 1983 catalog is the My Little Pony Pretty Parlor and the My Little Pony Stable.
Did you have those?
I did.
She combed their hair.
I did. I brushed their hair, I braided their hair, and my brother and I had them battle the Decepticons.
Nice.
They did really well. Generally the ponies.
Okay, cool.
No, that's cool.
But it was a very long fight, generally an afternoon of drama and excitement.
Oh, that's right. You could get rifles and guns in the Sears catalog.
We also turned the inside of the pony stable box into a board game that we made up.
Oh, God! You had a lot more fun with your brother than I ever had with my sister playing games.
I wanted to see I wanted to see the star-crossed lovers of Soundwave and one of the ponies.
This can never be.
That's Thundercracker. No. That's Thundercracker jealously looks like.
although I will admit that we did have one Autobot that was generally on the side of the ponies, so that did help.
And that Autobot was Huffer.
I was going to say Cliff Jumper.
Yeah.
Jetfire.
Oh, okay.
Of course.
Of course, Jetfire. Everyone loved Jetfire. Sure,
well, that's because he could also, he was also a Macross toy.
Yeah. I love Jetfire because I knew he was a Macross toy.
Right. So, Mike, what do you have? What catalog are you delving into?
Well, first I've got the 85 here.
Okay.
And we've got the GoBots.
Oh my God.
The mighty GoBots.
The mighty GoBots. Came before Transformers, but you'd never know.
The sad thing is,
they
have the GoBots, and then the next page they have the Transformers,
who are just essentially wanking it in front of the GoBots just to prove a point.
I mean, you can just look at the pictures. It is a stark contrast in how detailed and more complex the Transformers are over the GoBots, and they're really not that much more expensive. They're maybe $1 more.
Right, exactly.
And they're much bigger.
Hey, GoBots, I'm going to go transform now. What are you going to do? Fold in half?
Look at
basically what it was.
That, and then you got that.
Yeah, seriously. I mean, the cassette decks alone.
Yeah. And then there.
But it's funny, GoBots had the combiners first before Devastator.
Yeah, but even they look shitty.
Oh, they look shitty. Yeah, compared to Devastator.
There's Devastator. And the Decepticons, and Optimus Prime, and the Triple Changers. And then we got Voltron.
Yeah,
classic Voltron.
I always wanted that robot.
I always wanted. I remember '85. I pointed out I wanted the one with you could separate with all the 5 lines. No, my mom got me the little die-cast one.
Yeah, exactly. The one that didn't transform.
That didn't transform.
And this one got the vehicle force.
I had that too.
The non-Voltron.
And then, oh my God,
Sectors.
Oh, I remember the
Sectors. I had a whole bunch of them.
1985 was so lousy with awful, wants to be Star Wars and Masters of the Universe all at once.
Oh, here's something that I did want that I never got.
What, the carrier?
The flag.
Mike, you weren't an only child. You would have never gotten that.
I got it! Wow.
Here it is, the USS Flag aircraft carrier. Imagine being on the deck of this aircraft carrier.
The USS Flag is fantastic! It's so big! Over here! Middle Masters! Get ready to launch aircraft! Where's the Admiral? Not here! G.I. Joe! Fire! Beast on Cobra! Yo, Joe!
USS Flag aircraft carrier comes with what you see here. Other figures and equipment sold separately.
Joe!
Yeah, I know.
Joe, I don't know how you didn't get that.
Honestly, I wasn't big into G.I. Joe.
Yeah.
Big.
How much was it?
What's the cost on it?
Yeah, take a look at the cost. $1985, Joe.
Number one. Where are you? There you go. $109.99.
Are you fucking kidding me?
$109.99.
All right.
$465.
7.5 feet long. This is taller than me.
You know what? Somebody at Hasbro was just doing all the cocaine to price it for that much.
They had the cocaine line going from one end to the other. They just snorted along.
Just like a huge sushi roll.
Just $500 for cheap plastic.
Yep.
That you have to put yourself together.
You had to put it together yourself, and you had to store it under your bed.
Yeah. No. F that noise.
What's $29.99?
$50, $60. Closer to $50.
$70.21.
$70
for Castle Grayskull.
Oh, wow.
Holy shit, I actually got that one. In $1982, so I don't know.
Oh, you better start kissing your parents' asses.
Oh, yeah, seriously. Hey, Mom, I never thanked you for Castle Grayskull. I'm doing it now.
Oh, and then we got some...
we did dollars conversions on the show.
You know what? Now I gotta see what the AT-AT I got for cost.
Yeah, go ahead. Figure that out.
I got the AT-AT as well.
I never had the AT-AT. I didn't have any. I had Jabba's Palace and Max Rebo Band.
The year I got the AT-AT, the Snowspeeder, the X-Wing. All in one Christmas.
Are you still in 1985?
Yeah.
And they're advertising Return of the Jedi toys in there?
Yeah. The Rancor.
Wow.
The Max Rebo Band.
I mean, I can understand, the Imperial Shuttle. That didn't come out till later.
Yeah.
Wow.
There's the B-Wing.
Oh, yeah, the B-Wing.
And Mask. I love Mask.
Oh, jeez, Mask.
I miss Mask so much.
I like Mask.
Hey, what if you had one of those DeLoreans with the flip-up things and it flew? What if they were wings?
What if the pilot wore a mask?
Yeah.
Mobile Armored Strike Command with a K.
It's all about the mask.
Yep.
Because otherwise it would be Mask with a C, and that's just stupid.
Don't be stupid.
Let's spell Command with a K. That's cool.
It's equivalent of being extreme when you start with an X.
Yeah.
Did you find it, Joe? How much did that AT-AT cost your mom?
I don't want to think about it now.
I don't want to think about how much that Nintendo Entertainment System in 1985 cost.
No, this is 86.
Oh, you're in 86.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because I got one in 86. Oh my god.
Yeah, mine 87.
86. The NES core deck was 90.
Really?
89.99.
Wow, that's terrible.
That's cheap. Well,
that was probably about $200, I would say, roughly.
Yeah. No. Catherine, what'd you find?
I'm in the 85 yearbook, and it's got a whole bunch of telescopes going, look for Halley's Comet and more!
Oh, that's right! I remember because Halley's Comet...
idiots!
Halley's Comet came in 86, and I'm here to tell you that it was a tiny, dull smudge about the size of a star, only it wasn't illuminated. So these little cheapo telescopes wouldn't have helped for a crap.
Nope. Our entire family went out to like Marshall Field and just stared up at the sky. It's like, and I don't remember seeing it.
Oh, there's no way you would have seen it with your... I went out... my mom talked to one of her friends from church because in order to get the Halley's Comet patch for Girl Scouts, we had to go look at the stupid thing. We're out there in the dark, freezing cold, looking at a sneeze on the sky.
Yeah.
Going, oh, goody.
Wasn't it only reasonably visible, from the East Indian Islands or something like that?
Probably.
It was some incredibly remote area that you'd have to travel to see it reasonably well with a decent telescope.
Yeah, no, we did this somewhere in Massachusetts, but it was tough.
Halley's Comet my ass.
Well, it's not like Hale-Bopp.
Oh, Jesus.
That was quite
I remember
incredible.
seeing Hale-Bopp, and then the very next day, all those people died, so...
Good times.
We saw Hale-Bopp for a while.
It was in the sky for a long time.
Because it's big and going by, and I was driving my bus up the highway in the dark, looking at the Hale-Bopp comet, and having to pay attention to... Was that wintertime? I can't remember if that's the time that I had people who were like, hey, we're in a snowmobile, let's cut the bus off.
Yeah. What else you got?
Well, I got, again, from 86. It's weird. If you look at the NES advertisement in 86, and then you look at it in 88, and 86 is one page, barely anything.
Yeah, a couple of games, pack in.
88, and it's 3 pages.
Yeah, of course. Because by that point, that's the only thing we were ever playing.
Yeah, and actually, that's also when they had, they also showed the Atari XE, I think.
Oh, man.
Let me see if I can find that in the 88 one here. Wait, no. I had it. Yes, there it is. $89.99 for the Atari 7800.
Wait, they made a 7800?
There we go.
Yes, they did make a 7800, and it flopped horribly.
The Atari XE for $149.99.
Yep. It was I remember hearing about it came out, but it came out right as the NES came out, and it was less powerful than the NES, and cost about the same. It cost more.
Oh God!
Go look at those dollars. That's $149.
$149.99
versus $99.
Yeah, $99.
Yeah,
and 2 pages worth of games.
Yep.
For the Nintendo, and for the Atari XE, you got half a page.
Yeah, exactly. So, when you guys look it up, because I'm gonna take us on a deep dive.
No, go ahead.
All right.
I'm still looking.
So I was curious, what did I play with as a kid before Star Wars toys came out? So the 1977 Sears catalog. All right. So first of all, I was just struck by this page here. How many ventriloquist dummies?
Oh yeah,
were available to buy back in the mid to late 70s.
Yep.
I mean, you've got the Star Wars Bozo the Clown, Howdy Doody, Charlie McCarthy, Lester from Willie Tyler and Lester.
I'm just reminded of the MST3K Invention Exchange where the Mads turned Recessa Annie into a ventriloquist doll.
Oh yeah. There's also another page here, soft and cuddly dolls, like Mrs. Beasley from Family Affair. Really? And what are some of the other ones I have here? There's a lot of
There were Buck Rogers toys?
There were Buck Rogers toys. We'll get into that in a second.
Yeah, I saw those.
There was stuff like the Storytown Richard Scarry toys. Again, stuff I played with prior to Star Wars. And then my favorite, Micronauts.
Now, from the world of the Micronauts, Time Traveler and Biotron, a walking robot you assemble yourself, each sold separately, batteries for Biotron not included. Like all Micronauts, Biotron has interchangeable parts. His feet are space cars, his chest a lunar explorer. You can build toys that move, spin, climb. Toys only you can dream up. Biotron and Time Traveler, each sold separately. By Mego.
Oh yes,
fucking Micronauts.
I had
came before Star Wars.
Micronauts when I was a kid.
I had a ton of these things. I love these things, and they're all brittle as hell. Every single one of them broke. So, a Croyer broke. Micronaut Time Traveler broke. Space Glider broke. Biotron. I'm sure. Let's see. Biotron cost $11.87 without batteries. And the Biotron robot was, like, my favorite thing. It was huge. And you could fit an action figure in its chest. What else is in the 77? What do you got?
No, I'm just looking at the, what's year? The 1980 J.C. Penney.
Oh, God.
Things that I played with before Star Wars was my Fisher-Price, talking about all these Micronauts that broke, was the Fisher-Price Little People.
Yep.
And one of the things we were looking at in the 83 catalog, I'm like, yeah, I had that little camper set and everything, and I drove them around in that, and, with little tables with the pre-printed food. And those are indestructible. I still have the entire castle set and the entire Sesame Street set, which I could get, not sweet money for on eBay, but I looked it up today, and the castle set was selling, currently bidding was at $51, and the Sesame Street set was at $42.
Before Star Wars, before I played with Star Wars, I had Mego Superheroes.
Yep, I'm looking at those right now in the 79 catalog.
I'm looking at the 80 catalog.
I can't believe they were around that long. And I mean,
and I had Spider-Man. I had them all except for Hulk.
Right.
I didn't like Hulk.
I didn't like Hulk either. But I mean, look at this page. I mean, you've got Superman, Robin, Batman, Spider-Man, and Hulk all on the same page.
Yep. The one I'm looking at, you got Spider-Man, Batman, Robin, Superman, Captain America, the Hulk, and then Spider-Man in the superhero Corvette.
Because he needs to get around in style.
Something else in the 83 catalog that I saw earlier was Elasta Superman.
Yes!
Which they then wrapped around the ankle of Godzilla. Which was really funny.
Yeah, Joe, getting back to the Buck Rogers action figures, this was such a cash grab for Star Wars, it wasn't even funny. Retro Blasting did a show on these toys, and it's like the action figures all sucked, but the ships are awesome. Oh, the ships have tons of I had Buck Rogers,
the Starfighter
ship. The
Starfighter.
I
loved the Starfighter in the show. I thought that was cool.
Actually, it's kind of funny. To a quick aside to 1991 here for a second. The 1991 Sears Wishbook catalog here. You talk about superheroes. They got this one like two-page spread. Everyone's favorite superheroes come to life. They've got Captain Planet. They've got Swamp Thing. They've got the DC superheroes, and they've got Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves. How is Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves a superhero?
The majority of those are re-sculpted Star Wars figures.
Yep.
The 79 Sears catalog also has, apparently, I didn't know this at the time, the crown jewel of my Star Wars collection, the Mos Eisley Cantina Sears exclusive that came with Walrus Man, Hammerhead, Greedo, and Tall Snaggletooth. I wish I still had.
So, I'm looking at the 1980 J.C. Penney catalog, and I'm looking at this Captain America action figure, but he's in this thing called the Gamma Glow Machine, which is
wrong series.
Which is basically the rings from Superman the movie that they kept the General Zod, Farora, and what's his name? None. Encased or jailed in. Andy.
Oh my God!
What page is that on?
It is page 443 of the 1980 JCPenney Christmas catalog. And then in the lower corner, you have the Hulk Instant Muscles. And it looks like
Which one, that technology where you like crank them and then...
Yeah, Incredible Hulk Instant Muscle. Muscle detailed under large shirt, not included. Work hidden hand pump and mighty muscles grow to Hulk size. And it shows this kid flexing and ripping his shirt with these muscles, which I'm sure his mom would really appreciate.
Yeah, what do you got?
Oh, the Gamma Glow Machine energizes superheroes 1 through 4 above. Place figure inside. The machine gives an eerie sound and gives off weird lights, and they misspelled weird.
Guilty!
Oh, he's so freaking guilty.
Chips is on the same page. I watched that show.
I did too.
All right, I'm looking right now at the Millennium Falcon. $24.77 in 1979 is now $85.99 in today's dollars. Thanks, Mom.
Thanks, Mom.
Oh my God, this has just turned into the Parents Appreciation Show. Holy fuck, I am having a difficult time paying $85 for anything my children want right now.
No kidding. For one thing.
For one thing, exactly. You get that, you get nothing else.
Oh my God, I'm looking at the handheld electronic games from like Mattel.
Like God.
Like football games, something like that.
Oh yeah, we had those.
They're going for like $40 in 1980.
I had Space Invaders, or like whatever the not Space Invaders.
Holy Hannah!
What is it?
Oh, I'm sorry. Hold on. No, I'm actually... Oh, it's going to get worse. I was actually looking at 1980. Oh, that's insane.
What?
Okay, you know those crappy handheld...
Yeah.
It was just 2 LED lights
that...
went for $40 in 1980.
Oh, jeez.
2018 dollars, $128.50.
Oh, my God.
And I got 2 of them in 1980.
For blinking red lights.
Yes. And I got 2 of them in 1980.
Oh my God, that's
You're
insanity!
a spoiled only child over there.
Oh
yeah, seriously.
Well, no, there was at the time the first generation. It was just me and my 2 cousins.
Oh, okay.
And my my grandparents.
And yeah.
So it was just 3 of us.
Yeah, the first time around.
What do you got, Mike?
Well,
you know what, Grampy, I am so sorry.
Yes, Dominus.
1986. You can play with G.I. Joe, you can play with Transformers, or you can play with Rambo and the Forces of Freedom.
Yeah, the early 90s, hard R characters got their own action figures.
Yes, because...
Yet the Batman Returns figures are all pulled from the shelves because parents were upset.
Yeah.
Yep. Catherine, what do you got?
Oh, no. Well, back to Fisher-Price, the things that I had when I was a little kid. But I remember clearly was like that little record player.
Yep.
The Fisher-Price record player that was basically a music box.
Yeah.
Same technology as that.
Do you guys remember a game called Night Rescue Shoots Away?
No.
Night Rescue sounds vaguely familiar. Okay, so I'm looking at the setup, and I vaguely remember my cousin having this. And it's like a tower. It's got like this, looks almost like a pizza plate. And you're looking at this like through the scope.
Yep.
And
I think I kind of remember that one.
And you like maneuver this like helicopter that's on this rail.
Yeah, there it is. I remember seeing commercials for that.
And wow. What are you looking at, Mike? What do you got?
1988. Yeah, what kid wouldn't want to read a version of Tale of Two Cities or Wuthering Heights?
Hey, I had a comic book version of Swiss Family Robinson.
Yeah.
No, but these aren't comic books. These are full-off novels. I mean, the description for Wuthering Heights by Emily Bronte, this one is sure to be read more than once.
Yeah, because you're going to read it now and you give it to the kid, and then they're going to have to read it again in high school and then in college, and then be like, why is this romance? This is shit.
And,
fuck you,
the Tales of Mystery and Imagination by Edgar Allan Poe. Because what kid wouldn't want to hear the Telltale Heart, right?
Right, exactly.
My 5th grade teacher performed that for us at Halloween.
Oh.
He was really good. He threw a chair across the room.
Your 5th grade teacher?
Yeah, he got into it. He must have been like his theater graduation piece or something. Yeah, he like threw a chair across the room at the end. It's like, there it is, the beating of the terrible heart. And people in the rooms next door to us thought we were in trouble.
Electronic football. Oh my god.
Yeah. Oh, the Vibra football.
Yeah.
There's actually another one from 1988. It was my sister actually got this. It was this kind of weird like build your own roller coaster. You have like little marbles that they go up this spiral kind of automated spiral, and it feeds them into this roller coaster that you build. It looks so nice in this picture, but it never came together.
No, because it doesn't.
The cables were always kind of just warped just a little bit, enough to throw the marble off when it went over it.
God, that's hilarious.
It's you paid $55 in 1988 for that.
Oh my God, that's crazy.
God, I
feel so bad now.
Never worked once.
No, seriously, yeah, this was our Happy Christmas episode.
I feel so bad.
And now it's like all this stuff that we had no concept how money worked back then.
Yep.
I'm looking at, it's on page 465 of the JCPenney catalog, 1980. The Super Sound Night Glow Racing Set with Computer Control Center. It's a Tyco, one of those Tyco slot cars with the really tiny cars. $59.99.
Wow.
I had one.
Damn.
I had the Tyco one.
$200.
Jesus!
Oh, God. I'm calling my mom when I get home.
Well, don't wake her up. Jeez.
Oh my God, these are horrific.
I feel horrible now.
What are those stand-up pinball machines?
Those are stand-up pinball machines.
I meant to mention earlier when you were talking, Joe, about like those little arcade games, those cabinet games.
Yeah.
I got one of those for my birthday.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they're shit. It's LED lights that just kind of move across the thing. And I think those would amount to well over $100 in today's easily. Monies.
Yeah.
That I begged my parents for. God, what's wrong with me?
Now, things I got was like some kind of, Radio Shack knockoff of handheld Donkey Kong kind of thing that just went forever. You just have to run and jump and run and jump and.
Yep.
And the Radio Shack version of Simon.
Called Mitchell or something like that. It wasn't.
I don't think it even had. They didn't even try to do that. It was just like
Simon with a Y.
No, it was just like match.
Yeah.
The memory game. Something Other things I noticed back in the '83 catalog was the Speak and Spell, which I had.
I had a Speak and Spell,
and my brother had the Speak and Read.
I never had any of those because I would just use them to try to call E.T.'s family.
Yep. Well, I did find that.
Or you can try and
I had a Coleco Quiz Whiz. I had one of those.
Oh God. Oh, Mike, did you find it?
I found Yo Rat Man.
Mike said
1991 or 1992. Okay.
Yo Rat Man, the world's first keyboard made just for rap. And the three kids that they've got demonstrating this. Two very, very white people, and one kid one black kid who's dressed in the DJ Jazzy Jet line.
Okay, so which? That's 91 page number, please.
Page number. Where are you? 32.
I just want to send that to my husband.
Can you read the description, Mike? Because I'm sure it's hilarious.
Right? Casio introduces a keyboard just for rap with a built-in scratch disc, effect pads, microphone, and speaker. 32 mid-size keys for tempo control. 25 preset tones, including brass, echo, flute, reed, lead, piano, organ, sirens, and much more.
Bring down the property values in your suburbs of playing Yo Rap Man.
None of which of those instruments are used in rap.
Right.
30 auto rhythms cover everything from rap to R&B.
Word to your mother.
All right.
Only $89.99.
In $1991. 1980 JCPenney catalog. Back to Star Wars here, page 483.
I think I know. Oh, okay.
All right, so first of all...
493. Is it 493?
It is 438.
Okay.
$9.99, $1980. The Droid Factory. Yeah. Totally makes sense that's what my parents would have bought me. 1888, that really shitty Star Destroyer. The one that doesn't look like a Star... You've seen this, right? This.
What year is
this? This monstrosity, Joe. That is what they call the Star Destroyer.
I remember that. Yep.
What year is this?
80.
1980, JCPenney.
Andy.
Yes?
I request that you go to page 493.
Of the 1980 JCPenney catalog?
Yep.
493?
493.
I'm on my way.
The description's on 492, but I want you to see it first.
490. Okay. Are we,
Where are we going?
Which one are we talking about?
Oh, come on, Andy. What we just...
Are we talking about Star Wars Electronic Battle Command?
Yep.
For $33.66 and $1980?
Yep.
Alright, that is H.
On the previous page.
Yep. Star Wars Electronic Base Command. The fight for Force units is on. Move and fire X-Wing and TIE fighters. Tactics of chase, evade, engage, deplete... What the fuck?
What the hell are Force units?
I don't know.
And the good guys.
You can be a Jedi if you blast enough bad
You know what
guys.
I love, too, is this, that they actually had to, like, put in quotations, AA batteries.
It uses 6 of them.
Are they...
Of course they did.
AA, or are they...
AA batteries, which means that they're all C batteries.
So $33.66 and $1980.
Yes, is?
$109.
Fuck off. Oh my god, that's horrific.
Oh, there's a special Star Wars index on page 371.
371, I'm going there right now. Good lord, this is good radio, isn't it?
Back to Buck Rogers, they had a 3.5-foot tall radio-controlled Tweaky for $20.
Wow.
1997.
Joe, did you say 371?
Yep.
Oh yeah, here it is. Good lord, thank you, JCPenney, for what the... This reads like the yellow pages. Jesus, no, I'm not doing that. I'm just going to show them all the other pages there, and then I can look at stuff like the Droid Factory and the other things. All these creepy-ass dolls. Porcelain Bisque collector's dolls. All look soulless.
And my mom would love them.
I'm sure she would, Joe. I'm sure she would. Oh, and then strawberry shortcake dolls.
Guy had strawberry shortcake.
Yes, Autumn did too.
My mother made us match, like me and one of my Mandy dolls.
Yep.
Matching smock strawberry dresses.
Aww.
To go with my strawberry shortcake toy.
That's actually pretty cute.
Yeah, I'm looking at the Barbie Dream House.
Yep.
That looks like Kurt Russell in the Corvette there.
How about the USS Enterprise Bridge?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Is that from Nego? What year is that?
1980 JCPenney.
Really? Wow.
Yeah, that might be from the first movie. Yeah.
Oh, it absolutely is from the first movie.
Yes, it's from the first movie based on their uniforms.
Wow.
Yeah. God, we could just fall down this rabbit hole forever. And then have a conversion calculator right next to us.
What is the name of your conversion calculator app for all those interested at home that want to play?
I just did a Google search for one.
It's dollartimes.com.
All right. Yeah, I think that's what... Yeah, I'm actually in 2013dollars.com.
What?
Well, I mean, they got these...
Well, I told you, you got the Spider-Man in the superhero Corvette.
Well,
Yeah, exactly.
You also have Hulk, Spider-Man, Batman, Robin, Superman, Captain America.
He's cruising for tail.
This is a collision of two universes of an epic proportion.
It's the Super Friends. This is
No, because Super Friends was all.
This is Super Friends. This is Super Friends era.
Yeah, that is. Yeah, I had a little ship that with Superman flying in it that had punchy fists.
I had the Mego Batman, Superman, and I had the Super Friends Batmobile.
We had that.
What?
The Navarone playset.
The Guns of Navarone.
From Navarone?
Yeah, we had it. Was just a big old giant mountain that you turn around. There are like multiple levels, and you could put all your plastic, soldiers in there.
Oh my god,
we had that.
That's crazy. That is crazy. God, I'm gonna be up all night just doing calculations. I don't know why that didn't occur to me until just a few.
Everybody listening to this right now, go thank your parents.
Yeah, exactly. If you're over the age of 20, for the love of God, go. If you're a parent, you understand.
Go thank your parents, your grandparents, your aunts, uncles.
Yep, everybody.
Everybody, because holy shit, we were spoiled.
Yep. You guys got one more to cap off on before we wrap up?
I'm good. I think I am out.
Mike, you got anything?
Well, the game Sega Game Gear. Yeah.
The Game Gear. Oh God.
$149.99, $1991.
Ugh. God, that thing was a monstrosity even then.
We had it.
You did?
Yep.
Was it Moose that had the Atari Lynx?
Yes.
Yeah, and I remember him I had the Game Boy
because he brought it into school.
Yeah, and it was like this eternal oh, mine's better because it's in color. Yeah, your thing also has to run on nuclear energy,
and it was huge compared to the Game Boy.
6 AA batteries.
AA, my ass. Those are D's.
Well, no, they're quote unquote AA.
Right. Oh my God, I just remember that too. It's like I had 4 AA batteries in mine. His was 6, and it would just burn out immediately.
And it would run so hot too.
It would run hot because it was running color screen. That's why that pea soup green screen was just awesome. And he's like, but you're left-handed. You'll enjoy this. It's like, no, I don't enjoy any of this. I don't enjoy the system at all. Go to hell, Atari.
The Game Gear requires 6 AA batteries, or use an AC adapter sold below. Plastic imported.
No.
Really? It's made by Sega. You mean it's not made in the U.S.? The hell you say?
So, Catherine, you got any others, or are you good?
The only other thing I spotted in the 83 catalog was something I did get, which was a Ken doll. Although I guess it wasn't really Ken, it was Craig or something. But it was a friend.
Were they on a break?
I was gonna say.
No, it was a friend of them.
Oh,
but because he had black.
Friend zone Craig.
Yeah, he was
No.
No, he had black hair, and he was married to Lindsay, who was a brunette or something like that.
Oh,
but
of course.
I had that.
Oh,
that
so
was my
swingers.
first.
Yeah,
no, you had to keep them separated.
Yeah, but I was like, I had this guy, and I had that bridal gown.
And then all of Barbie's friends were matched up based on their body proportions and hair color. So, oh man.
Then Megatron came in also all this.
I object.
She's carrying my robots.
The Starscream comes in. No, I object. You crossed me for the last time.
Don't be silly. The Barbies didn't play with the Decepticons. The Barbie dolls were taller. It just wouldn't work.
That's true, actually.
At least the Decepticons and the My Little Ponies were more or less in the same scale.
They're proportions.
The Barbies played with the giant GoBots.
Catherine, all I can say is, what the fuck was I thinking?
I don't know.
Oh, man.
Oh my
so,
God.
yeah.
It's like saying the Wonder Woman doll was a Barbie. She was clearly like half an inch taller than any Barbie.
Well, of course she was. She's an Amazon.
Yeah, she was like...
Duh.
Yeah, those dolls were 12 and a quarter inch, and Barbie is like just under 12. If I remember correctly.
Jesus Christ.
Yep, this is where we're at. This is where we've come to.
Merry Christmas, everybody!
Merry Christmas, everybody! It's
Happy Hanukkah!
2018 is almost over! Let me just point out how long this fucking year has been. There was an Olympics, and Black Panther came out this year.
Oh
there was an Olympics, wasn't there?
Yeah, there was. Everybody forgot about the Olympics
Holy
so
Hannah.
long ago. Why is every year just getting more and longer and more awful?
Ugh.
Yeah, we lost Stan Lee this year.
Yeah, we did lose Stan Lee this year. God, every year we're losing somebody awesome.
Yeah.
All right, let me put this into perspective. Tom Petty died this year.
Oh, you did? That's
Yeah,
right.
exactly.
I thought it was like 2 years ago.
No, Jesus. I thought Black Panther came out in 2017. That's been my measuring stick for everything lately. It's like, hey, by the way, Black Panther came out this year. Oh, God, this year will never end. Now, do you guys have anything just to kind of close out the year of shows? And by the way, thank you, everybody, for making 2018 a great Geek Salad year, at least.
Yeah.
We've expanded the content. We've had a lot of contributors. We got our first troll. That was awesome.
That was fun.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun. Didn't heard from him again.
Well, he's probably arranging that lawsuit against us.
Yes, exactly. So we, but it's been a good year for the show, which has been fun. Do you guys have any, 2018? Did you guys discover anything in 2018 that you want to share, or stop doing that? Mike's turning his head like one of those ventriloquist dummies from the 1977 Sears catalog.
Except they don't have a hand up my tuchus.
That you know of. All right. Anyway, you guys got anything that you discovered or any?
That's not how you control a ventriloquist dummy.
On the back.
Yeah, it's a stick in the back with levers and stuff. You're thinking about a puppet.
Well, I don't have a stick
Think of
on
Muppet.
my back either.
Which, by the way, were some in the catalog. Actual, like, usable Muppets.
Actually, I showed.
Yeah. Anything? Any podcasts?
I'm being put in the spot here. Like, what?
All right. You know what? I'll start if you're going to think of something. So I actually discovered a couple of really great podcasts this year that are like go-tos. The second, I like get excited when I see them come up. Well, first of all, there's Julie's podcast, One Little Spice.
Yep.
Which has been chock-a-block with stuff from their last Disney trip.
Yep.
A couple of others. One that I just fell in love with this year called Behind the Bastards. Which is a comedic look at the worst people in history.
Okay.
Oh, God.
Oh, my God. It's on Stitcher, which is where you will also find our show. It has been hilarious. I started off because there was one on Steven Seagal is an absolute monster.
Yes.
And that moved on to stuff like Alex Jones is a horrific monster.
You knew that anyway.
Yeah, I knew that, but it's funny hearing them break it down. They did a catch-up with Paul Manafort, who was a bigger piece of shit than we realized. He does a thing on Reagan and the AIDS crisis. There's a whole lot of episodes, and they're all what could just be dour, kind of just depressing stuff is actually hilarious. There are so many great things on there. There's a great takeaway I heard about the slaughter of people from the Andaman Islands. It's like back in the late 18th century and early 19th century, medicine was essentially junk science and whiskey.
Pretty much.
Yeah. And then something about Ted Cruz fucks a can of soup. Just like a lukewarm can of soup. So that... Another podcast I found this year that I really love is Musicals with Cheese. So that's essentially... One guy is a fan of musicals, shows musicals to his friend who doesn't like musicals to get him to like the musicals.
Huh.
They actually just did the Muppet movie this past week.
Nice. Okay.
So... Interesting take on that. I listened to their episode on Rent and then immediately followed them on Twitter saying how much I agreed with everything they had to say. And that I wanted to hug them both. So there's been a lot of great content that I have found this year. Anybody have any other like online content you've discovered? Or?
Well, actually, I discovered this through you, Bob Chipman.
Yes!
On YouTube. I love watching his reviews and stuff like that.
I seldom disagree with him. When I do, I don't hold it against him. And I'm not
But it's his when you disagree with something with him, you give him the benefit of the doubt because it's very well informed and very well reasoned.
Right.
It's like, okay, you can see kind of where he's coming from.
Right. And it's not... Here's the thing. I kind of fell out with Jeremy Jahns this year.
Oh, me too.
Yeah.
I think a lot of it has to do with Star Wars, but...
Well, when he started parroting the kind of the same talking points that a lot of the Star Wars
naysayers,
but he started parroting a lot of like this, a lot of the sexist, misogynist, curious talking points, like going against Kathleen Kennedy and saying things about the female characters. It's like, yeah, you know what, you lost me.
Right, exactly. Couple of other real quick ones I discovered on YouTube. Disney Dan, who does these great Disney history videos, and Defunctland, which talks about defunct rides from Disney. Both have been fantastic. And Rob Plays, also Disney. Mm-hmm. So a lot of Disney stuff this year.
Actually, I found one on YouTube called Bright Sun Films.
Uh-huh.
And he does like a bunch of different videos, but he does these things called Abandoned and Cancelled.
Yes, I've seen those.
Where he actually takes like just things like malls and parks and theme parks and stuff, and that have been abandoned and basically just left to rot. And he just goes through the history about where they started and how they just became so abandoned.
Nice. Catherine, have you discovered any new content, or you just been busy? You always if you're not here, you're working. It feels like so.
Yeah, not so much discovering content. I'm on Serial season 3 right now. The More Perfect podcast, I listen to that. Although I don't know if I'm going to bother with their song season.
Actually,
more Serial's interesting. I find More Perfect very interesting, but I've always loved the Radiolab guys.
Yeah.
And shout out for a channel on YouTube. Kintamiyama does every 2 months. He does the official bashos, the sumo tournaments.
Nice.
And those are like each one's 8-hour days, and he boils it down to the fights and a little bit of like cultural flavor. So every day is about 20 minutes.
Cool.
So you can get through the 15-day tournament in a few days.
Awesome.
Nice.
Well, that was... See, so at least we've got something going on with 2018. Mike, you wanted to bring up something real quick? Because we're just... As long as we get this under an hour and a half, I think I'm good. What do we...
Well, something rather big dropped last Friday.
Oh, yes. I totally forgot. The Avengers trailer.
Yeah.
Avengers Endgame.
Thanos did exactly what he said he was going to do. He wiped out 50% of all living creatures.
We lost. All of us. We lost friends. We lost family. We lost a part of ourselves. This is the fight of our lives.
This is going to work, Steve.
I know it is. Because I don't know what I'm going to do if it doesn't.
Yes.
Which I've actually held that there's probably going to be Endgame ever since the first one.
Gotcha.
Doctor Strange. We're in the Endgame now.
It was funny because I'm sitting there, I'm eating my breakfast, and Mike sends us all the link to the trailer. I was expecting it later in the morning, and he gets the trailer, I see it, I open up the link, and I'm just like, kids, turn on the TV right now! See, I had to cast that shit. Jamie has got his tablet, like his little newbie tablet, out with the camera, like he's like pirating this thing already. Oh my god, what a great! I mean, it shows you nothing and tells you everything.
It's a perfect teaser.
Yeah. Exactly. I would honestly be completely 100% content if that was it.
Yeah,
and it showed nothing else for the rest of
it. Right. All it does is it's a very depressing until it just gets to the end where it gives you that one little joke and one little glimmer of hope.
Oh, and of course it had to be Scott.
Scott. Yeah. But the thing is also is that the think pieces. I'm going to use the finger quotes for the think pieces here.
Clickbait.
Polygon. Polygon had this article entitled "Marvel and DC are flipping their theming." So essentially, they're saying that Marvel's getting darker, DC's getting lighter and fluffier. And the article itself, Will sent me the article, so I read it. Insanely wrong-headed. It's basing a 2-minute trailer over what we kind of already know DC's releasing in terms of Aquaman and Shazam.
Yeah.
Sorry, Captain Marvel's the other trailer we got to talk about. Yeah. It's just, I don't know. I'm more excited about Avengers than I think any other movie coming out anytime in the next 6 months.
I just love the fact that it starts with Tony accepting his
fate,
his death, basically, and that's a powerful scene.
Exactly, Cap crying,
which
I'm sure a lot of dudes are like, "Oh, you cucked in America."
Oh, brother.
Yep. Oh, you know that's gonna come. You know that's gonna come. Speaking of which, Captain Marvel's trailer came out as well.
Yeah,
and everybody promptly forgot it after.
Well, that's the issue.
Well,
yeah.
The reason I forgot it is it had a lot of the same content that we'd already seen. There wasn't a whole lot new going on.
Right. I mean, I did like that they expanded out that punching the old lady a bit more.
Yeah.
You knew she was a Skrull, but just for the uninitiated.
Yeah.
Honestly, it's a really good trailer. It really does kind of get you salivating to watch the whole movie at this point. Yeah. Honestly, the only quibble I have is a very minor one at the very end. When she's in the full red suit with the helmet in space, it looks like CG.
Yeah.
It's a bad-looking effect, but that's Marvel's kind of MO at this point, where the special effects look great up until the third act, where they're kind of like, all right, fine, giant rhinos, go ahead.
It's also 5 months away.
True.
Yeah,
they'll definitely clean
Jesus,
it up.
It is 5 months away. No, it's only 4 months away. 4 months away, yeah. Everything is in essentially, I have to put everything in context of when we're going to Disney now. So, thank God Avengers is coming out in late April now.
26th, yeah.
Thank Christ, we can all go together.
Yay!
And the rumor is that Spider-Man Far From Home is supposed to drop
this weekend. It was supposed to drop last weekend, it didn't. let it sit for a little bit longer. I mean, we're still expecting episode 9 to show up pretty soon.
Yeah.
Apparently, Jake Gyllenhaal is in the full Mysterio fishbowl outfit,
I'm
too.
so psyched for that. For stupid reasons, I'm psyched about that. Because Mysterio is a ridiculous villain.
Yeah.
So I can't wait to see what
apparently,
right.
In this, he's not quite the villain.
I envision
Well, he's probably an antagonist, and then they have to band together against something else. No, they're just friendly friends.
They're basically the synopsis is that Peter and Mysterio get recruited by Nick Fury to work together on a case.
Oh, okay. Because I actually see that they could do Mysterio kind of like they did Batman Begins Scarecrow.
Yeah.
Where essentially he's using hallucinogens to create the illusions and stuff. But we'll see. We got a lot of stuff. We got, 3? Well, we got a couple of movies coming out to cap out the month.
Yeah.
You got Into the Spider-Verse.
Which I cannot wait. It is.
Which at the time of this recording opens on Friday. Not anymore.
Oh, that's
it
right.
dropped.
One guy.
Well, that's that
One
Zootopia
guy.
asshole, I think. So Spider-Verse drops the week we're recording this, so it'll probably be out next week, depending on when we release this episode, which will be before Christmas. Mary Poppins Returns.
Yep.
Aquaman.
Yep.
And Bumblebee, which is getting oddly good reviews. But again, the bar has been set
so low
below my carpet. that how...
Yeah, it'll take a lot... It'll take a lot of really excellent reviews.
It's more of a this is their goodwill tour.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because like I said, I saw 1, 2, and 3 in theaters, and I've yet to see 4. I've yet to see 5. I don't care anymore.
Yeah.
Understood.
So Bumblebee has to do a lot to get that back.
Seriously, I agree with you wholeheartedly on that.
Which I hate to say because I love Transformers so much.
I love Transformers. It's and the thing is, visually. The way they look so much like the G1 Transformers.
Yeah. Right. And I've heard that is just a speck of time in the movie.
But it's like if you'd done that from the beginning.
But hey, it's not like you didn't have the marketing and movie-making machine of Michael Bay behind you the entire... Wait, you did. Sorry, never mind. Never mind. You had it, you didn't know what to do with it.
You blew it.
Big time,
Pissed
kid.
it down your leg.
So, yeah, that is 2018, guys.
Yeah.
So, yay. We started with musicals and we ended with
Wish books.
With wish books.
Broken wish books.
Yes. So, starting on 2019, Catherine's going to be so excited for this one.
Oh.
We're going to start the new year right because it's been, 6-7 years since we've actually done a full dedicated to Muppets episode.
Yay!
No, please.
We are going to be reviewing all of the official theatrically released Muppet movies. So that is essentially the Muppet movie up until Muppets Most Wanted.
Which I've still yet to watch.
Well, you got to watch it now.
No, I
forced you to do it. And we'll exclude some of like the ABC Family movies. I don't think we need to review Muppets Wizard of Oz.
Are we
No.
reviewing Muppet Treasure Island?
Of course we got. That was
theatrical.
released in the theatrical.
What about what was that one with the Gonzo from
Muppets from Space? That was
released
theatrical.
theatrically as well.
I don't want to watch that one though.
You don't have
Muppets
to.
from Space is not that bad.
I still don't want to.
We'll also forget about Kermit the Swamp Years.
Okay.
Oh, but that's hilarious.
Is it? I watched it once and I'm like, okay, magic's gone.
What about that?
It's weird and fucked up, but
what was the first one that Otter's Jug Band?
Oh yes,
Jug Band Christmas.
Yeah, it's not really theatrically released. However, in keeping with the Christmas episode that we're talking about right now, it's a movie that's set in Christmas. It's Emmett Otter's Jug Band Christmas, and there's not one song about Christmas anywhere in the movie.
So therefore, if you have retail burnout, but you still have to watch Christmas movies, you're good.
Yeah, pretty much. It's also the Gift of the Magi, just with puppets. And a really fucked up deleted scene.
It's based on a book.
Yeah, it is. But there's a deleted scene in the that made the rounds online. Actually, Joe, your wife sent it to me.
Oh, really?
With the drum.
It's not a deleted scene. It was in the show, but it's part of the gag reel.
The gag reel, yeah, that's what it is. So it's not a deleted.
It's on the gag reel on the DVD.
Oh, okay.
You guys own that? Yeah, I had to explain to people last year, and I'm like, well, according to the commentary and the DVD, this is what they were trying to do. Was they're trying to just get the drum to roll out and go shoom, shoom, shoom.
Right.
Which it did the first time when they weren't filming, and then they ran through it like 8,000 times.
Do they also include the Wilkins and Wilkins, the commercials on that DVD?
They don't, but there's YouTube.
Yeah.
Oh.
And then there was also the Jim Henson exhibit that I saw at the Mopop Museum in Seattle, which was Wilkins and Wilkins is great.
No. So if you have any thoughts on any of the Muppet movies, feel free to hit us up at geeksalad@gmail.com. You can also hit us up on our Facebook page, Geek Salad Podcast, our Twitter feed, which is at Geek Salad Radio. Also, check out our website, geeksalad.podbean.com, where you can get the entire archive of practically all the good episodes.
Yes.
I don't think there's any outliers there.
Nope.
You can also check us out at Stitcher, iTunes, Spotify, Google Music.
I hope.
Eventually, every once in a while it works. Every once in a while.
My thing is missing.
Also, goose our numbers, please, by liking and subscribing and giving us star ratings and stuff like that, too. We really appreciate that. We're also available on YouTube at Geek Salad Podcast. You can actually listen to this episode on YouTube. You can also check out Mike and my retro movie reviews, as well as usual weekly content where we discuss movies. We have think pieces. Actually, we got one coming up pretty soon. It's probably going to release after this episode is released, or before this episode is released, where we recap The Last Jedi 1 year later.
Yep.
Yay! As well as reviewing Mary Poppins.
Yep.
In tandem for the Mary Poppins Returns release. So you can check all that out there. And don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel and like the videos and hit the bell to get notified whenever we put new stuff out. Ding. So there's tons of stuff. So anyway, until next year, I'm Andy.
I'm Mike.
I'm Joe.
I'm Catherine.
Go forth, be nerdful, and Merry Christmas and have a happy Hanukkah and all the other stuff.
Happy New Year.
Bye.
Muppets.
We'll beat you up, so don't make it some noise. Father Christmas, give us some money. Don't mess around with those silly toys. Beat you up, don't hand it over. We want your bread, so don't make us a noise. Give all the toys to the little rich boy.
All I want is what I have coming to me. All I want is my fair share.